9:13, everyone. Welcome back. Well, last week, OKCPS was one of the first districts to cancel classes ahead of that winter storm we saw. And now we're looking ahead to another round of Arctic weather. We are talking with district officials about what goes into making those decisions, plus some other district news. We have Superintendent Dr. Jamie Polk and Principal Supervisor Toby Blair joining us right now. Thank you both so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Happy to have you here. Let's start first with this winter weather we're expecting next week. I know last week you made the decision to cancel schools on Thursday and Friday. How do you go about making those decisions?
Once again, because we do serve nearly 33,000 students and there's 5,000 employees, we don't take that decision lightly. What it typically happens, because it's a case-by-case basis in regards of if the storm is current or if it's coming, it's predicted. So the team actually rallies together from the communication, transportation, operations, and they come up with a recommendation, and then I go from that recommendation to have school or not have school. And we ask that our families continue to use the web and notification, and of course Channel 5 to be able to know what we are going to do. And we try to make it as early as possible. Yeah. We understand in regards of, but we will place safety first.
Yeah, and just real quickly, how do you decide whether you're going to close school or do virtual remote learning?
In regards of to ensure the students have access to the work. And so now we use 2 of our snow days because I could not guarantee the students had access to the work.
Right.
And now that we've had a time to reload, a little longer window to prepare, it will perhaps be a virtual day for families. Please check with the school to find out how you get the work for the students. But that is the major determinant in regards of if they have access to the work.
Okay, so good information there. Let's talk about some other headlines here with the district. I want to talk about today. You have a pre-K registration meeting happening. So tell us the details and the importance of getting kids registered early.
And we are so proud of our early learning under the direction of Dr. Hinton. Tonight at Buchanan, this afternoon at 4:30, will be an open house for our families to come in and hear the importance of early learning. So that's tonight, 4:30. Buchanan Elementary.
And if parents can't make it, there are plenty of other meetings happening here over the next 100%. Few weeks, so find that online.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. Toby, let's talk about application schools, because those applications are open right now for parents to sign their students up. I want to talk first about what is an application school? What is this program?
Yes, application schools are programs that are within our school district that are free opportunities in schools that we have. There are 5 secondary application schools that students and families can look at and see what the specialized programs that they have. And those programs are a wide range and diverse group of programs including leadership, including STEM pathways. We have an international baccalaureate program that leads to a diploma program even in one of our schools. And so those right now, with families that are interested, they can go to our website and see what each school offers, and they can also look at the application process that's there that will be open until February 21st is when the window closes for the application window this year.
Okay, so that deadline, we still have a few weeks out from that, but for parents who are interested, are there any enrollment qualifications? How does that work?
Yeah, any student within Oklahoma City public schools can apply for those, and once again, all the information is there on the website for them. But what they need to know is that they are free, and there's a really good definition of exactly what they offer available to parents, and are very accessible to them on the website.
Yeah. So give us a little bit of insight into how impactful having application schools and these programs and everything that they offer is to the students who are going here.
Absolutely. Certain students have early interest, and they have these very special talents and gifts, and want to explore those. And so each one of those programs that we have allow students to, at an early age, start down a pathway where it's going to prepare them for a post-secondary opportunity of their, it's going to help them fulfill their unique purpose in life. And so any student that knows that, they have access to those at a really early age to start preparing them for their next step in their future.
Yeah, I love to see that. We didn't have a whole lot of that when I was in school, and so it's
Yeah.
really cool to see that that's happening
Yeah.
now more often. Where can parents find that application and all that information?
Just at our website at okcps.org.
Okay.
And we call that no boundaries. And so you, the family, will have the opportunity to decide
Okay.
in their pathway, no boundaries.
No boundaries. All right, and we are out of time, but just again, real quick, looking ahead to that winter weather, best way for parents to stay up to date.
Please tune in to the web as well as Channel 5 in order for them, in any way that they typically access information, and we will get that out as soon as we can.
Okay, Dr. Polk, Toby, thank you both so much for coming in. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Of course.